Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
All the time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the horizon enemy, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
What a splendid! Oh, Dave, I was looking at that Power Pack doc you got up. That looks fancy. Are you some sort of business wizard?
Sort of a wizard, and I'll tell you where I learned my skills at. It was at a carnival when I won a giant stuffed animal. I took it home. I put it in the corner. I could watch me sleep. A week later, I noticed all my snacks were missing. So one night, I stayed up, and I noticed there was something rustling around in the kitchen like a little gremlin. I go in there. It's a boy, and it looks just like Josh Karsh. And so I go back to bed, and I pretend to be asleep. And this boy, he finishes his gushers, and he comes back into the room, and he crawls on all fours, and he climbs back into the stuffed teddy bear. He's been living with me this whole time. My roommate, Josh Karsh.
Oh, that was nice.
Teaching me all about the docs, the notes.
Through the art of hiding in a stuffed animal. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had a similar situation. It was kind of an awkward one, actually, because, I don't know. It was weird because, a while back, I was, we were looking, before we got Benny, we were looking at dogs, right?
Uh-huh.
So, looking at different animals. And I'm a fan of big dogs. I like big dogs. I don't like chihuahuas
Big
or little
boy
dogs or anything.
dogs.
I like big dogs, yeah. So, we were looking for a big dog, and there's, in the litter, there's all these little puppies, and there's one big puppy, and I was like, oh, that one's kind of interesting. It has a lot of personality, and I came up and gave it a treat, and it's like, woof. And I was like, oh, this is okay. Like, I get it. So we bought that puppy and brought it home, and it was all fun and games until I noticed that the puppy wasn't actually a puppy. It was a full-grown man dressed as a puppy, which I kind of disturbed that we didn't see that because we caught him stealing our silverware and some other things. When I confronted him, I was like, "Hey, you need to pay for that, or you need to work off your crimes." And he's like, "Okay." And then I was like, "Great, you gotta do a podcast with me for a while." And because I'm trying to make a career, and he's like, all right. And then that's how this podcast happened. That's John Wett from Putty Man.
Woof. Dog in the house.
Little Bow Wow.
Little Bow Wow. They call me little Tinkles. Little Bark. Little
Tinkles. I like Little Tinkles. That's a good one.
Little Tinkles. Oh, wall pooper.
Oh. I see we, what are we on? Is this 20?
Is this 20 Cinco?
I think this is.
Is this really?
25, right?
20 something. I'm going to this is a perfect segue. Our brand new podcasts are now on YouTube, and according to YouTube, 23 is posted. 24 is scheduled to go up Friday. So yeah, we're on 25.
Nice. Whoa, we should do something for, I don't care what we do for episode 30. We should call it Dirty 30, and we should do something special for the listeners.
Oh, I know what we should do. We should get those little kiddie swimming pools and put them at our desk, and we fill it with soil, and we dress up like flowers, and we sit in the kiddie pool and do the podcast because we're dirty little flowers. Dirty 30.
Oh, Dirty 30. I like it. I like doing that kind of stuff until my neighbors call the police on me.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
Yeah, it'll be good, and then you can eat sunflower seeds like a cannibal. Yeah, you can find the podcast on YouTube if you go to YouTube and then you type in the Power Pack Podcast.
yes, and there's some slick new graphics and thumbnails and whatnot. So take a sneaky peeky at that for sure.
Have you seen the Ozarks? I think we talked about. I don't think you have seen it. The last time we talked about it.
No, I haven't seen it yet. It's on my to watch list for sure. Because you said it's the one that like slow burn kind of thing.
Yeah. Every episode though, they have. I don't know if they did it the first season. I know they started the second. They have like a little graphic, and it has 4 random things. Like it could be like a beer bottle and like a bunny rabbit and like maybe a demon and then like a caterpillar head or something. And like you look at it and you're like, what the heck is all that? But then as the show goes on, if you have those things in your mind, it'll make sense. So like our thumbnails, I think, might not be the title of the podcast, but we'll put weird elements of the podcast on the thumbnail, and it'll be like a little, what the hell? Why is there a kitty in a microwave? Which is part of my Google News.
Oh man, it's gonna be a sad one, but I like it. I think it's very it's very inspirational. It's very. I think it's going to give something a little fun, because then you get to the point where because I saw the thumbnail, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what point in the podcast that is. So it's going to be fun.
I like it. So yeah, let's first note on the brand new Google Docs, simplified, easy to use. It's like Mac got a hold of it and stripped everything complicated out of it. So how was your week, boy?
It was good. It's honestly been a blur. I have no idea that like how it's Wednesday already.
You're like the Flash.
Crazy. Oh, just
flash through time, boy.
I know. I'll go moving so fast, my shoes fly off, and I'm just in a whole nother dimension. And nothing like notable. I'm trying to think of something. I thought something funny happened. I forgot to write it down though.
Did you look in the mirror? That's the funniest part of my day.
Oh
boy.
That makes me. I can't look in the mirror because it makes me cry. Because I'm like, that's one ugly dude.
Poor wife.
It's sad. Anyways, that's the end of the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. In fact, I'm sad. It's so low. No, it was good. The funny thing that happened. So we were hiking the other day, and practicing social distancing, of course. And we're out in kind of the middle of nowhere. And we were walking, and I always think it's kind of silly when people are wearing like face masks out in like the middle of the woods when there's like you're like 50 feet away from people,
Yeah.
And so there's these people walking in front of us on the trail who are going like, really slow and just kind of being like, trolls. And anyways, we're walking along, and it's summer, so there's allergies, and Andrea coughed, but she coughed into her arm. And the people, they turned around and looked at us like we just like committed a murder. And I've never experienced someone like do that to me before. It was really kind of put things into perspective. It was just like it was really strange, and it was also hilarious because just the reaction. I didn't mean to, but eventually I started laughing because it was just like, what are you guys doing? Like, what
you
are you
should
doing
have let out
here?
a giant fake sneeze.
They probably would have just like ran.
They would have pulled a gun and shot you.
That would have been scary, yeah. Yeah, you get that out of here. You don't come around here with that.
You get that kung flu out of there, as some of our presidents say.
I was gonna say, were you at that Oklahoma rally or something?
I saw that on the news, and he's like, whatever they call it, the corona, the kung flu. And I was like, oh my gosh.
He is like,
I started laughing.
The stuff he says, like, there's some of it is funny only because he's an idiot, but like stuff like that, like he almost reminds me of like like the 13 or 14-year-olds who like talk smack on like Fortnite or Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, he's an Xbox trash talker.
Yep, he's an Xbox trash talking kid. He's like, well, I bet you don't have a girlfriend. He's just totally one of those dudes.
I totally bet I could become the president.
Small loan of precisely $1 million.
It's
for
like
my dad.
It's almost like we're in a TV show and someone cast him for that role because of the way he plays it.
Oh, of course. It's like Yeah, it's basically that. Like he's a caricature, and it's some of the stuff. I can't help but laugh. I mean, yeah.
I know people are still like upset, and it's like whatever. But at the same time, like, how can you not chuckle at half the things that he says? Can you eat the disinfectants? Can you do?
Yeah. Can we inject it? Just have you seen some of the really sick like rap remixes of Let me like link you some later. There's a they do like a remix YouTube one of him talking to like the whatever public health official about, can we the ultraviolet rays are working, can we inject the disinfectant?
Oh gosh.
It's a cut. It's a banger for sure. I'll have to send it your way.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I got off topic, but how was your week been?
Oh, my week. Well, before I talk about my week, just a reminder: this podcast is about what is it about this week? It's about life. It's a podcast that teaches you the hard knocks. We are the Annie podcast, teaching you about the hard knock life. My week was good. I made eggs Benedict.
Ooh.
Yeah. I learned how to make that saucy boy sauce. Oh, yeah. That's
so. I want to hear, as you know, because culinary babies right here. I want to hear how you make it, because Andrea started making it recently too, and I love me some eggs Benedict.
Well,
I want to hear about your whip Benedict.
It's always been like a magical item I get at any like diner. I'm like, oh, eggs Benedict, I want it. And it always seems so fancy. Like, how did they make this?
Like that?
The sauce is, what is this magical sauce? And
so good.
We got so we've been poaching our own eggs in the microwave with like the plastic thing. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's like a plastic clamp, and then you crack 2 eggs. And we started batching like poached eggs, like for egg sandwiches and stuff. So like the inside isn't runny, it's all the way cooked or whatever. But after batching and microwaving, like, how many eggs did we do? 5 sandwiches for 2 people. So after doing about like 10 eggs, I was like, the thing was really hot. I was like, I don't know how I feel about microwaving this plastic thing over and over and over. And we've had this thing for years. So we got like an actual stovetop egg poacher thing. It's like a steamer. Oh,
good choice.
So it's on point. It's on fleek, as those kiddos say. It's and I looked at how to make the sauce, and it's a lot easier than I would have ever thought. It's like tackling an origami animal. It's like, oh, how do you make this whale? And it's like, well, just follow the instructions, and it's pretty simple. It's like, oh, wow.
Exactly.
It's like, it looks complicated, but it's pretty easy. How do we do it? We use 2 egg yolks, which apparently that's different than the egg. I'm just like, just crack the eggs in there. She's like, no, it says egg yolk. And I'm like, well, the egg yolk will be in there with the rest of the egg. She's like, no, this is how you do it. So she separated the egg yolk from the egg. So she did 2 of those, whisked it. And then, I don't know the order exactly. It was, I can't remember if we put the butter in and all the salt and stuff, and like the Cheyenne, the cayenne pepper, whatever that is. And then microwaved it for like 20 seconds, and then whisked it some more. But that's all it was, is like mixing 4 things and microwaving it. And I was like, what? That's it? That's how you make the sauce? It was so good,
nice. I like, that's like a quick whip of that, you know?
Yeah, we just Googled it, and that was like 4.8 star recipe, how to make eggs Benedict sauce. And I was like, I'll do it. I'll get me that quick sauce. I love the name of that. You should make a quick sauce. And I was going to say, people don't even need them fancy, college degrees anymore. You don't need to go to culinary school. All you got to do is you got to be able to hunt and peck them keys on how to make sauce on Google. That's right. Well, me and Josh Karst are coming out with a new product. It's called Nesquik Benedict. It's pretty much powdered egg sauce in a can, and you just add some milk and stir it up, pour it on your eggs. Nesquik Benedict, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an Easter bunny because of eggs.
Because them bunnies laid eggs and it's gross.
Yeah, the bunny they 9 months they're carrying around this little egg in their tummy, and then when it goes down, it goes down. They're in the hospital bed, the legs spread. The daddy bunny's like, oh my gosh, an egg's coming, and then they push mama bunny. The bunny's going because bunnies don't talk, and out comes an egg, and then they make eggs Benedict for Easter.
Oh, that description, as you were describing it, I was just kind of visualizing it, and it was starting to really like kind of scare me a little bit. Especially the bunny. I like the dad bunny is talking, but the other one's just making those weird rabbit noises. It's great. You're quite the storyteller.
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah.
Wow. Let's see.
I also went to the dentist, and they told me to go see the plastic surgeon again.
Wait, they said that again?
They're like, did you happen to follow up on those referrals? And I was like, no. And they're like, well, your airways are still closed. And I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, you said they're trying to give you an ant face, right?
Kind of an internal ant face.
That's good. Yeah, no.
So I made an appointment. I was like, all right, well, check out my ant face, and so we'll see if I'm as clogged as they say I am.
I think that's good. I had that checked out once too. What is it? The deviated septum or whatever.
I just don't want them sticking anything up my nose, but I know it's going to happen.
But it'll be good. You'll be able to breathe like a champ.
Did you get that done?
No, I feel like I can never smell out of my nose, but I have really bad allergies, so I can't smell out of my nose like year round, basically.
Got it.
Yeah, so you'll have to let me know how that goes, because maybe I need something similar, and then we'll be
ant faces.
Yeah, be sexy new men with our ant faces.
Oh, yeah, we'll be like Simon Cowell and Beyonce. What did she get one? No, it was Janet Jackson. That was the one.
Janet Jackson, yeah. Simon Cowell one cracks me up. Like his ant face.
He looks like a little
really bad.
He looks like a really intense gopher. It's like,
he looks like he'd be like, you catch him in your trash, and you're like, what are you doing in my trash? And he's just like eating all the crackers and this little thing.
I was thinking, how fun would it be to be a plastic surgeon? And you're just like going about your everyday life, and you're marketing, you're advertising your own practice, like getting your name out there with business cards. Like, how fun would that be?
I think it'd be fun. Maybe that can be. Well, you've got the doctors in the family. You might have to go and become a plastic surgeon.
Just imagine being a plastic surgeon. You got your business cards, Josh Carr's plastic surgeon extraordinaire, and you're at the grocery checkout, and this man or woman, doesn't have to be specific, just one of them, is checking out your groceries, and you say, let's turn that butterface into a butter bod. Here's my card.
I like the pitch too.
Yeah, I got
basically just like insult them, but then give them a discount kind of thing. Like, I'll let you get 1% discount referral.
Yeah. And maybe it's like, you know how extra large shirts sometimes cost more because of the material? If the uglier you are, the more you have to pay. So you're like,
so it's like a really bad sliding scale.
Like, yeah, you ain't that bad looking. You was 7 out of 10. For 3 points on that scale, I'll give you a 10% discount. It's not gonna be that much work. So let's put that inner beauty on the outside. Here's my card. Yeah,
you come in there looking like a hobbit troll with them. What is Darth Sidious face? They're gonna be like, oh no, you don't get you pay the full price.
Oh, how fun would it be? Like, you put someone under, do the surgery, and then you put like one of those ugly presidential masks on them, so they wake up, and then they go to the mirror. They're like, oh.
I love it. Well, you got to do the thing they do in the movies where they have their face wrapped up. You'd be like, okay, you ready to see your face?
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. And they'd be like half out of it, so they might think it's real. That'd be amazing.
Can you imagine that? Like, this is the funny part of American society, or just any society that's like affluent or whatever, is you're literally going in for surgery to like get your face manipulated so you look different. And can you imagine coming out of that? Because you might feel like it's like a dream, the anesthesia and whatnot. You come out of it and you're like feeling your face, and you look in the mirror like, oh god, I just got plastic surgery.
It's like,
I look like
a
an ant face
tattoo under your skin that you can't get rid of. I guess you could get rid of it, but I don't know how it works.
It's like nose jobs and things like that. It's kind of crazy.
I'm gonna get one of those. Get me a.
You should just do full plastic surgery and make yourself look like Simon Cowell.
Make me look like Simon Cowell. I want to judge people for their singing abilities.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna be a mean, stinky British guy.
Hey, can I get the surgery for free if I can get a bunch of ugly people in here? I can throw like a Mary Kay party, but for ugly people. And I'll pass out your business card.
Oh yeah, no. You're like a beauty pimp.
Beauty pimp. I'll go to old lady homes and be like, hey, it's not Thanksgiving, so let's get rid of that turkey neck. Here's my card.
Yeah.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble.
Yeah. Gobble gobble, grandma.
Gobble grandma.
Gobble gobble, grandma.
Oh, good old Ant Face. Yeah, it's just the concept of actually spending money on that and coming out of anesthesia is just like hilarious.
Yeah.
What is that?
Are you looking at the notes?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to. So
we did the YouTube one. Number 4, I was just like, well, our podcast is still not about anything, so we'll just say we're in the alpha build, like video games. Oh, we're in alpha, or like Star Citizen. We've been in beta for 20 years, so.
Oh yeah, isn't Fortnite still in beta technically?
Is it really? What is the point of that? Just
I don't know.
Make a game. There needs to be like rules about what is beta, what is alpha. I don't know what the rules should be, but the rules should be there is no beta, there is no alpha. It's just a game. It either sucks or it's awesome. This beta and alpha thing, it's just an excuse to not finish a game. Oh no, there's glitches. It's an alpha. Don't worry, community. We're gonna fix it. When?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We ain't gonna fix it.
Oh, I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, no, I don't get the concept of that either. But it's good because at least for a podcast, we have the ability to, from a scientific standpoint, putting it in. Right now, it's like a beta, like you said. We're getting people will. We're getting the structure, and I like the idea of the Google Doc, and I think it's going to be fun for the children.
Fun for the children. Hey, Jimmy, clean your room. I'm working on it. My room's in alpha. It's been in alpha since last month. Clean your room, Jimmy. I'm disconnecting your life source. That is the Cocoa Puffs I give you for 3 meals a day. You ain't getting no milk with them now. You're going to eat dry. You're going to cut your mouth. Hey, like that, Jimmy. Clean your alpha room. Make it a beta room. Boy, I'm the only alpha. You my beta son. Get out of here.
Oh, you ain't my real beta daddy.
Oh, your nuts dropping. We'll kick him back up there if you don't get over and clean the room. Father of the year.
Yeah, Father of the year. I like the idea of feeding, like, it's funny thinking of feeding your child 3 meals a day of Cocoa Puffs. You know how like sick to your stomach that would make you if you just ate that? Maybe we should try that. We should try eating cereal every meal. Yeah. I feel like it would just like maybe make your liver have some issues among anything.
Dude, Cocoa Puffs are my jam.
Oh, it's funny to think of. I almost thought of trying that, like eating really bad food for one day and then eating really good food for another day and just seeing like the difference completely.
It just evens out, right?
Yep, exactly. If you eat ice cream and pizza all day one day and then you eat like salads the next day, then that's math.
I'll have 32 ounces of water one day and 32 ounces of vodka the next day, and we'll just alternate.
It'll go back and forth. It'll be a balance out. And then you keep doing that, end up in a bathroom, Denny's bathroom naked.
That's a good place to wake up. Denny's bathroom. Because
it's always cold.
Yeah, it's cold, but all you have to do is use your little foot and tap that door open, and the nice fresh smell of pancakes be wafting in.
Ooh, that's a good point. I like just the one big toe, just kind of because can you imagine a customer? They just see a little big toe pop.
And then there's like above you a cloud of pancake scent and then a cloud of dump scent, and they're fighting for control over the bathroom.
Oh, that's true. It's like just fight it
out. I know they become friends, so it smells like poopy pancakes. Oh,
poopy pancakes. All right, and then that's the end of the episode. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Poopy Pancakes. That's our new podcast name, Poopy Pancakes.
Poopy Pancakes. I bet there's a big demographic of like children, they'd be like, I'm gonna watch that.
Hey guys, poopy pancakes, so good.
Oh, is that Aaron? Can I have your autograph?
Hey,
Aaron
you can
Carter?
have my autograph if you want it.
I think we have a lot of endeavors on the table, but I think, I have an idea. I don't know if I want to give it away on the podcast, but I was going to say you should make, I think it leads into the next topic, but there should be an Aaron Carter puppet, and you should voice it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yucky.
I love the idea of him just being like a total anecdote character, just popping in.
I think if we ever make it into the entertainment sphere, we're like, have you seen Parks and Rec?
Bits and pieces.
Do you remember Tom Haverford with Entertainment 720, his company he started, like an entertainment conglomerate?
Oh, I don't know if I'll Google it later.
Okay, well, essentially he
I think
started like this company, and he had this big like warehouse space with all this crap in it, but he had no business. So I feel like that's us. We have like a podcast, we do music, we have some YouTube,
but no one's checking it out.
It doesn't go anywhere.
I love it though. I think we're just making content for the sake of it, and I think it's there's a Malcolm Middle thing that reminds me of that too. There's this guy, he's like the head of the homeowners association, and every Friday for like multiple years he'll like get this meeting together with like cookies and pamphlets, and then Malcolm and Hal showed up, and he was like really confused. He's like, no one ever comes to these for the last like 2 years. And he like comes down there and like sets all the chairs up and like puts the food out. So that's what I kind of feel like.
It'll be 2 year plan, 2 fans plan. That's our goal.
I think we can get that. I think we can make it happen. I think my mantra is just like, just make a lot of content, and if people eventually listen to it and they really like it, then there's a lot of stuff already. It's like when you discover a band and they already have like 6 albums. You know?
Yeah, we just have to get the Bare Naked Ladies. What was that band? The Cousins.
Oh, the Cousins. Yeah, I stopped harassing them a while ago.
Are they still a band?
Get back on that. I had to check. Let me check that. And we need to drop some more JJ Fresh content, but I'll try to like, harass them.
We need everyone listening to tweet at Google email the Cousins band, and get them to listen to our podcast. And Aaron Carter.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet Aaron Carter doesn't. I bet you can message him and get through to him. I don't see his email blowing up.
No, he's one of those people you definitely. It's like he's a celebrity that you could hit up and he would get back to you. It'd probably be like a weird message back, but you could get something for sure.
Yeah. So hit up Aaron Carter and tell him to listen to the Power Pack podcast. Let's get him. Let's get Aaron Carter as a guest on this podcast. He'll Skype into our Google Hangout. We'll Zoom him or something.
Again, that's one of those moments where, you know how we joke about doing the JJ Fresh show and we're like in front of 200 people and we're about to play? That moment would be the exact same thing when we're sitting here, setting up, and we see an incoming Zoom call from Aaron Carter and we're like, oh gosh,
I'm in my underwear talking to Aaron Carter.
Oh man, I never thought this had happened. It would be weird.
Yeah. I'll be like, Aaron, 1 second, and I'll get up and I'll go and grab a bowl and I'll sit back down and I'll say, you want some candy? And then he'll bust out into the song.
Oh, or he'd just get like super mad. He'd be like, I want candy. And he'd be like, oh, here's this poster of Shaq. Just have some triggers for him.
Just trigger words: Shaq, candy, sobriety,
family trying to kill you.
Family trying to kill you.
I had another thought too. I like kind of coined this in my head a while ago. I call it like I need to come up with like a more scientific thing, but I think this is when we were I think we were trolling Frankie Muniz's Instagram or something, and I want to call it like the Frankie Muniz theory or whatever, where you see a celebrity or somebody and you're like, oh, like it'd be funny to meet them, but once you actually meet them, you'd be like really uncomfortable because they're just a weirdo or a creep, like them. So I think Aaron Carter would either be like that, or I don't know, he might be cool. I don't know.
I feel like, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I know anyone who reminds me of Aaron Carter's personality. He has a certain personality.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know if he'd be. It is tricky because if like say you met Bruce Willis, he'd try and be cool no matter what. He'd be like, "I'm the coolest guy in this room. I'm Bruce Willis." Aaron Carter.
It's true.
I don't know if he'd be like, "I'm the coolest guy in this room." Maybe he'd be like, "I got the most tattoos. I got the most money. I got," but I don't know. He would try and I don't know. What would Aaron Carter be like? He'd definitely have some sort of ego. It just wouldn't be about being cool. It'd be about something else.
It'd be a weird flex for sure. And this is where I wish we had fans, because we could be like, hey, go to our Facebook or Instagram, and it's like we fill out a poll. It's like, what would Aaron Carter be like? And then people can put their answers or comment. And I'm just realizing that's a really sad comment I made. I was like, if we had fans.
If we had fans.
Interact with.
Well, that will lead me to our segment 8. We're skipping around. The outline is it's flowing. It's not chronological.
In software technologies, we call that Agile Manifesto.
So we have an agile manifesto, and that just means that we don't go in order. Okay, bye.
Yes.
I'm checking our email. All right, drum roll. JJ Fresh. What's our email? powerpackpodcast@gmail.com. Our inbox. Drum roll, please. That's snapping, but that'll do. There it is. A little more. I need a little more build up. Your inbox is empty. Inbox is empty. And that,
crap! It's episode 25.
Episode 25. Wah, wah, wah. I think you have 2 more episodes, right?
I have 2 more. I have up to 27 and 27. So during episode 27, if you look at the email, and there's none, then I will have to write the song.
Okay.
But if there is an email from now until then you have to write the song, right?
Yeah. So I have 2 episodes left to where it's still possible for me to write it. All right.
I'm just already prepping to write it because it's probably going to be a little while. I think we'll get some eventually. I think I just went a little too low.
I mean, it's all good. If you want to make it a collab JJ Fresh, I'll spit a verse if you need some help. Not a whole song. Like you're responsible for chorus, verse, chorus. Maybe I'll spit a bridge or something. I'll help out a little bit.
Spit a bridge. Okay. I could or I could even just use like you could toss some lead guitar on or something. Or I was almost thinking at making it kind of like just like me and a guitar or me and a piano, something a little stripped down because it's 7/7.
Something like
and it's like you feel it.
Yeah. 7th heaven.
Where the children smoking weed. 7th heaven.
Daddy found it under my bed and it kicked me in the groin. 7th heaven. Where will you go?
Daddy found my weed.
Daddy found my weed. I'm going home to the bridge with my new friends.
7th heaven.
I'm homeless. 7th heaven. No friends. 7th
friends. I kind of hope I can write the song actually because I want to make it super sad like that. That's like it's beautiful.
That's
poetic.
Have you seen the Tom and Jerry cartoon? The
yes.
movie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I've seen the movie. I've seen like the cartoon back in the day.
Oh, well, there's a scene where I think Tom and Jerry are like on a makeshift raft and they're floating down like a river under a bridge. I just imagine that's where Matt ended up after doing drugs.
He's just down under there. Yeah. No, I could see him like, I don't know where that takes place. I'm guessing like the Midwest or something.
Yeah, dirty town.
Dirty town. Dirty town. So probably in like Pennsylvania. I don't know. That just seems like a place it would be.
Do they make a lot of pencils there?
Pennsylvania? I don't know. Never been to Pennsylvania.
I've been to Pennsylvania.
Been paying.
Ball Point, Pennsylvania.
Oh, point. I want to go to Pennsylvania because there's a Hershey's factory there.
Oh,
that sounds like fun.
I'm gonna go get stuck in a chocolate tube.
You and I should go to the Hershey's factory, but pretend like it's the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka or whatever, and we should dress up as the kids so I can be the fat one that like drowns in the chocolate. And then I imagine you'd be like the bubblegum, like the smart bubblegum girl. Who like turns into a blueberry. I think that'll be you, and I'll be the fat like hostess.
You know what we could do? We could scalp tickets to the Hershey's factory. And when they buy the ticket, we'd be like, all right, you ready to see the Hershey factory? And we turn around and we have melted Hershey's all on our pants.
Oh, you.
I'm the Hershey factory. Thanks for the $50.
Yeah.
And then you run away. We'll be the Hershey bandits.
Oh, so we're just like metaphorically pooping our pants.
Yeah, the chocolate bandits.
Oh, chocolate. Speaking of bandits, I have a funny story from high school. There was this guy when I was this guy who's my brother's age, Birdie's age, who in high school, I think when they were freshmen, every day his mom would pack him a yogurt for lunch, and he just didn't like that. He's just like, oh, I hate yogurt, and he would take it and he would throw it as hard as he could against the wall in one of the wings of the high school every day for like at least a good 2 months. So they were literally building a case against him. This is how crazy it is. So they were building a case against him. He didn't know because, every day the janitor was cleaning up yogurt off the wall. And this went for a while. And he did it again just because every day he would just do it. And one of the teachers caught him, who's like the wrestling coach. He's this like kind of like buff dude. And he like grabbed him and then he brought him down to the principal's office. And he came in and there's like a bunch of secretaries and principals, and then I think he or one of the principals was like, we did it, we caught him, we caught the yogurt bandit, and everyone started clapping.
We did it.
Yeah, and then the teacher's name I think was like Roger, like, way to go, Roger, you did it. They were all clapping.
They're like going out getting plastered that night celebrating.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's like, I did it.
The yogurt bandit.
Yeah, so the Yogurt Bandit is a legend at the Oregon City High School, at least when I went there.
That's amazing.
I told my friends about it when we were freshmen because the guy was a senior, and my one friend wanted to recreate it. So I had a video somewhere of him taking one of my Yoplait yogurts and throwing it against the bathroom wall. It's pretty funny.
The Yogurt Bandit. That's inspired right there.
Yeah. I hope that inspires you to do the same thing at work or, maybe a local KFC or something.
Yeah, just throw them stackers against the wall, protest. Where's your Twisters?
Man, we talked about this last episode. I really wish Twisters would come back.
Oh, they need to.
It's not fair that the Twisters... I had a pretty good chicken wrap the other day. I can't remember where from, but it was good.
Adventurous you are.
Yeah.
I could count on my hand the times we've gone out to eat since the corona. Once we went to Dairy Queen.
Oh, that was it? Oh, because you've been cooking the microwaved eggs.
We've been cooking the microwave eggs. We've been cooking them rice. We've been cooking and cooking.
It's fun cooking though, and yeah, we haven't been to an actual. I haven't sat down in an actual restaurant since like beginning of the year for sure, and they're starting to open stuff in Oregon City, like Clackamas County, for people to like sit down at restaurants, which is weird. But there's like low cases in Oregon, and but no, we've gotten like takeout, and we've done like DoorDash a bunch of times, but other than that, no, I haven't eaten at a restaurant who knows how long.
There's this crazy deal Charlene sent me. I think it's a DoorDash coupon. You get 7 items from the Cheesecake Factory for $20. You get like a burger, a drink, like a side of like fries or something, a cheesecake. You get all these things. It's like it goes on until, I don't know if it's June 29th or July 29th. I'll have to have her send you the link. But I was like, good gravy. That's a lot of food. Oh, here it is.
That's a feast. Can you text me that? Yeah, or just drop it in the thing, because I've never been to Cheesecake Factory. You've
never been to Cheesecake Factory?
Never been. I've never been to Cheesecake Factory.
All right. They're good. It's good food. It's okay. I'm not going to say it's like Denny's and quality, but it's like it's like Denny's in the sense of it just doesn't really change. Like you can go there 20 times and they just have like the vibe is the same, the menu's always the same. Like it just has this vibe of like just high quality Denny's.
Oh, so kind of like a Red Robin or Olive Garden. Their food's like,
I would say
good.
it's a little above Red Robin because it's like some of the food you get. It's like, well, I don't know. Was this frozen? Was this did you microwave this? I can't tell. It's good. You know, like it leaves you wondering. But there, let me see. I'll read the article. Burgers, fries, drink, and for two. Wait, it's for two? I thought it was. Okay, you can get a meal for 2 people for $20. So you look like you get 2 fries, 2 drinks, 2 burgers, and a giant slice of cheesecake.
For $24.
Starting June 29th through July 5th.
That's a really good deal.
I think I'm going to do that. That's what day is that? That starts Monday. I think pig out, baby. Pig out. Because you know what? Ever since they've been tearing down these Christopher Columbus statues, I've just lost the desire to explore. I'm just going to, dine in. I don't need to go out anymore. I don't need to explore any new worlds now. There's no really, they're not going to put a statue of me up if I went and discovered a new Thai restaurant or something. So what's the point? What's the point?
Yeah. No, I feel you. It's like, nothing wrong with getting a little something special for yourself, especially if you, is your guys' wedding anniversary like around this time? Is it summer?
It is August 2nd.
Oh yeah, we're 2 days apart.
2 days. We can do an anniversary together. We'll all go to the Bahamas. Shared room, baby.
We should do a joint anniversary celebration on the 3rd because it's right in between both of us.
And we'll pick each other's gifts.
Yeah, and then you and I can go ziplining, and then the girls can go deep sea fishing. Like we just like alternate, but something special like that.
Something special for the children.
Children.
Oh, man.
I'm like really excited about that Cheesecake Factory deal.
I know. Like I can't believe you've never been there. The cheesecake's pretty good.
Nice. I see it on DoorDash like all the time. I think there's one in Clackamas because we live in Selwood. So there's one close, and I always walk past it when I go to like Dave & Buster's and stuff.
It's a good I like them better for not brunch. What's the opposite of brunch? Like that mid-afternoon lunch, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Like a lunner.
Yeah, it just hits the spot for that time. I don't know why. Like if you're out and about doing stuff and it's like 3 o'clock, you're like, man, we haven't eaten yet. Cheesecake Factory is dope. It's like the perfect match.
The 3 p.m. meal. I'm gonna have to keep a note of that is like, and I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out for you, my friend. I'm gonna go, and once stuff opens more, I'm gonna go to Cheesecake Factory around 3 o'clock, and I'm gonna tell you how it hits.
Oh, it's gonna hit hard. It's gonna be like Mark McGuire.
Oh.
And pro tip: you order that cheesecake first, and when that waiter judges you, you be like, "Hey, if I don't eat the cheesecake first, I'm gonna fill up on my lunch, dinner, and I ain't gonna get to it. I'm gonna have to take it to go. Give me my cheesecake."
It's true.
So we always order our dessert first there. It's kind of fun. It's like a weird tradition we started doing.
I like that. I like that a lot. That reminds me, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad I have friends that do similar things. Because one time, me and Andrea and 2 of our friends, we went to McMinimans. And I already kind of had dinner like a few hours ago. And we were meeting up for dinner. So everyone ordered dinner. And I ordered this like ice cream sundae. And I remember like the waitress or something is like, she was like really impressed. She's like, I dig this. This is because like, and then I think another person was like helping us too. And they made it seem weird, but you have a good point where it's like, sometimes you just want dessert. And if you eat a big meal, you can't enjoy it.
Stuff your face.
Exactly. And sometimes you just need a little ice cream sundae for dinner. So, yeah. Quick question. So what is your ideal what is your ideal dessert? What is your thing that you like? What's your go-to?
At the Cheesecake Factory?
Or just anywhere, I guess.
Oh, anywhere. Usually it's like tiramisu.
Oh.
But unless I went to a Texas de Brazil, which is like a fogo de chao, like that Brazilian steakhouse where they just like plop meat on your plate infinitely until you turn your chip over. I don't know if you've been there, but it's good. But they had like a banana thing. It was so good. I don't know what it was.
Ooh.
I just ate it.
Sounds good. You're like it was in front of me. I ate it, blacked out.
Have you been to Fogo de Chao in Portland?
Is that in downtown?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna go there with Andrea after work because I work right in downtown now, and we were gonna go there right around when like the COVID stuff happened. So we were like kind of planning tentatively to go, and then all the stuff happened. But I want to. I've never been.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's real nice.
I heard I've heard from a lot of people because working downtown, everybody has like very strong opinions about the food downtown.
Bunch of snobs.
It's kind of like a thing. A bunch of snobs. Yeah, I'm eating a cold sandwich in the bathroom by myself during my lunch
I got
break,
at
so
7-Eleven.
whatever.
The woman at the register had a thin mustache, and she smelled funny.
Yeah.
I think she farted on it, but I'm eating it because I'm committed to satisfying my hunger.
Speaking of gas station sandwiches, one more. Sorry, I keep delving off. It's just I feel like I have a lot of stuff I'm remembering.
Just keep juicing that lemon, boy.
Oh, juice. We
Everybody.
Keep on juice.
At the Power Pack Podcast, keep on juicing, roid heads.
Yeah. If you want to stay big and buff, you better keep on.
All these guys in the gym listening. Yeah. Juice up now. Juice. Lift it up. Push it. Cardio's for wimps. Juice up.
Juice. I need to. Speaking of which, can you remind me to send you a video that my friend showed me that I can't unsee?
Okay.
It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's when he was a bodybuilder. It's really funny. But I'll text you it. Hopefully it won't ruin your evening. But my last story thing side of gas station food is we were biking up in Bellingham, which is like near like Canada, Washington, and we were coming back because it's kind of like a far drive. And I have a brother, my brother-in-law. He's quite a bit younger than Andrea. He's 14 right now.
Wow, little boy. Keep him away from Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, and he cracks me up. He's and the funny part is he's like really cool. He's like cooler than I could ever be. He's just like a really cool kid. And anyways, we were like mountain biking. But anyways, we stopped to get gas. He's like, and usually like we went inside, and he's like, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna get something. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can get whatever. And so and this is like a pretty grungy looking gas station too. Just on the side of the road, and he gets a sandwich that, you know, those like cellophane wrapped sandwiches from gas stations.
Yes.
Yeah, and he got one of those, and when he's like putting it on the counter and like paying for it or whatever, I'm just kind of looking at it, and it looks kind of sketchy. Like, I don't know, there's something about it. And we get in the car, and me and Charlie, because he was there too, we're kind of teasing him about it, and he's like, oh, whatever, and he ate it. And we were getting down the road, and I like turned back to him. I was like, "How's the sandwich?" And he just like takes his headphones out, looks at me. He's like, "It was really gross." And he puts his headphone back in and starts listening to music.
Oh, Charlie!
It's just it's just so funny. But yeah, so that's my sandwich story. So gas station sandwiches, I do not mess with that.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you about. I think we mentioned it on the podcast. My one of my coworkers was. Well, I suspected him of farting a lot. I just couldn't tell who it was until he's like, "Man, that gas station sandwich." And I was like, "Oh." Or maybe it was a hot dog. I don't know what he ate. Something gas station food. And I was like,
is that the dude who's like, he's talking about the gas station food, and then you go in and like blow up the bathroom, right?
yeah, well, like it just smelt bad in our area for like 30 minutes straight, and I'm like, who the heck is just ripping it? Who's blowing their butt bugle? And So like one guy would go to the bathroom, but it still smells. So I'm like, it's not him. The other guy would get up. And I'm like, okay, it's not him. It still smells. And then the last guy's like, man, those gas station hot dogs are, I gotta go bathroom. I was like, it's you.
Oh, yuck. You found him. You caught him.
I found him.
Caught the butt bugle bandit.
Butt bugle, baby. Dude. Did I tell you about my bugle story? From the Boy Scouts?
Bugles as in the chips?
No, it's in the
or
actual bugle. So I was in the Boy Scouts of America. And like for, I think one of the rank advancements, you needed a position like patrol leader, assistant patrol leader. What other positions were there? Senior patrol leader. One of the positions was kind of like a off-brand, like not very common to have position, but it was bugler. Because I played trumpet. I wasn't good at it. I never practiced, but I played enough to get by. And I was like, I can play the bugle, no problem. So I bought a $40 bugle on eBay. Well, my dad did. I didn't know how to do eBay when I was, I don't know, 13, 14.
Oh, that was the eBay days. Nice.
The eBay days. And so he got me a bugle. And I was scheduled to do, not taps. What's the, I don't know what, whatever bugle song for a flag ceremony. I don't know what the song would be, but I had to, so they're like, color guard, do. So they, marched the color guards and they're like, bugler, sound off. And this was literally the note. And then I put it down and I was so embarrassed because I literally played 2 awful sounding notes because I couldn't play the bugle. And I got so much crap for it for the longest time.
Oh man. I literally can't breathe.
So the color guard's like walking down and I'm just, and I think we ended up doing like the Pledge of Allegiance or something because they're like, well, we're not having a bugle.
Well, Bugle Kid messed up.
Bugle Kid sucks.
Bugle, dude, we need to write a JJ Fresh song about this. Bugle Kid,
take that
please.
badge off, Bugle Kid.
Take that badge off, Bugle Kid. Dude, that is so. Okay, sorry, I was just laughing so hard I almost missed some of it. So, so they're doing the ceremony and they like, all right, sound off bugle person, and then so you went full force, and it just was like some like horrific note. You said
it was like it wasn't even a clean note. Like when you're playing trumpet, it's like burr, 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 burr. It was like someone put my bugle through like a distortion pedal. It was like it wasn't even clean. It was a dirty note. Oh my gosh, I was like petrified. I was horrified. I was like, oh,
good Lord, I am crying right now, dude. Oh, my throat hurts from laughing. That just how you described that with the bugle note, and then I like how you said you tried another one, and then you just put the trumpet down and just like walked away.
It's like I can't do this.
You're like, I'm not gonna be a bugler.
I'm gonna be a bugler. Oh, Bobby,
my God, that is amazing. That is a great. I've never heard that story, and I'm really glad that out of that moment you weren't like, oh, I can never be a musician. Like I'll never be able to play in front of people again. I'm glad you.
If that was the scarring moment right there.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Was it like a lot of people?
Our troop was pretty big. Like I think it got up to 30, 40 kids plus parents. So there was a lot of people. And plus, like, siblings, like, who weren't in the troop would kind of hang out.
This is like a decent crowd. Let's just ballpark 80 to 100 people. And I think it's just hilarious that, the guy, like, structured everything, right? With kids, it's always funny with the stuff. So they structured everything. So it's like, okay, probably in his head, he's like, okay, troops are going to march. John's going to play the bugle. And then the bugle thing. It's just, all of it together is just, it's perfect. It's like a beautiful painting.
And this is what's even worse, is there was another bugler in the troop. It was my good buddy at the time. We played trumpet together in band, and I think we did a talent show once together. It was really weird. With two trumpets. We played like Jingle Bells or something. It was like our first year of playing trumpet. It was Oh gosh. So the next week he was going to bugle, and he nailed it because he actually cared and practiced his bugle. And I was just like, oh man, you made me look even worse.
Yeah, you stupid kid.
Stupid practice. Kid.
That makes it worse too. And oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
I wish there was
my
like
condolences.
Like in Mad Max, the guitar guy, rushing into battle. I think the army needs to update. No more bugler. Let's have a stringed instrument. We have the technology.
Yep.
I think it'll pump people up a little more.
I think we should recreate this moment, but now you're playing the song on guitar, so you can just, because now you're like a guitar legend, so now you just like, you recreate.
Give me a time machine.
And,
I'll go back to 14 and 13-year-old and be like, hey, put that bugle down. I'm going to save you some embarrassment.
Let Daddy take over and start sweeping.
Let Daddy play some Top Gun.
Yeah, let Daddy play some Top Gun. Get out of here.
Nothing says America like Top Gun.
Oh, that's American as it gets. I have two things to add to that real quick before I forget. I want to pitch the idea of calling this episode Bugle Boy, because that is that story just killed me. Like, it is the funniest thing. Right. Second, very important, is I never realized you played trumpet in band, because in 6th grade, so in elementary school, like, I don't think we ever really did music. Like, we just like did like, like we'd play different instruments and things, but 6th grade is the year where you had to actually like choose between choir and band. And me and all my friends are like, we're not going to singing's stupid. So we like all joined the band, and like me and like 10 other of my friends all played trumpet. And I remember I was like really, really bad at it. And I have like asthma too. So it's just like not a good instrument for me. And, I remember I used to get so annoyed with trumpet. There's a way you could, if you remember, you could kind of break it. If you twist the valves so that it doesn't line up, it won't make any noise.
Yeah.
So every other practice I would do that, and I'd come up to my band teacher and be like, sorry, I can't practice. My trumpet's broken. He's like, well, let me take a look at it. And so I just like sit there as everyone's practicing and then just like draw.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm like, this is stupid. But I want to pitch an idea. I'm a bad boy. And I was a little troublemaker. Well, not really, just like rebellious back in the day. But I want to pitch the idea of you and I eventually each getting like a really cheap trumpets off of Amazon or something, and then us picking it back up and trying to make a trumpet band.
Okay, here's the problem I have with that. Right when you said that, I instantly imagined myself opening my old trumpet case and just the smell of a trumpet. Oh. It's not good. Like, you smell brass and spit.
Oh, it's so gross. The smell is disgusting, especially when you clean that spit valve.
Like, imagine you're at a metal show or any show with a stringed instrument. Oh, look at that guitar player. And he's spitting all the time. That'd be gross. But yet, that's what you do with a trumpet after like every song. Gotta empty out the spit tank. And spit goes all on the floor. That's not a Corona-friendly instrument. Nasty.
It is not. And that totally reminded me of when at the end of Still Region we had a trombone player.
Oh, Spitbone.
Yeah, well, he would literally on stage, because there's a spit valve. I remember like in between songs, like tuning and stuff, and I'd see him and he'd just be like clearing his spit valve all over the stage.
So nasty.
He didn't even care. He's just like, I'm like, so
just
gross.
imagine like
he was like, whatever.
A full band just chronically spitting throughout the whole set.
Just spitting in a cup, trying to fill it up.
Oh, Spit Cup. That's our name.
Oh, that's another good one too. Spit Cup.
Oh, it's so nasty.
Have you ever been to You've been to Las Vegas, right?
Yes, I have. I think I told one of my Las Vegas stories. I can't remember.
Maybe next episode, if you want to put that on a prompt, because I've got some Las Vegas stories, so maybe we can exchange, because I have one about, we went and saw the Blue Man Group.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it was weird, but it was great. So yeah, maybe we can have a Vegas themed episode. I don't know, it might be fun for the show.
Yeah, call it JJ Fresh Nighttime.
It's where all the dirty kids
hang out at nighttime with JJ Fresh.
Thanks for tuning in. We're like a Howard Stern, but less creepy.
We're like Skinamax. I did want to cover this Google News just because we haven't had a Google News in a while. And I
Sorry,
it
we've
was funny.
just been kind of
let me no, ripping it's good, boy. I rip it all the time. I juice up all the time.
Oh, get juiced.
Give me like 30 seconds because remember last episode I panicked because it went around the blue outline I had or whatever. Pretty much it's re-recorded over itself.
Oh,
we're almost to that point. So give me like 20 seconds. We'll do a countdown. 19, 18. And we're going to see if it, because I don't have the loop button on. 17, 16.
16.
A little behind the curtain right here. 14. 12.
13.
11. We're past the threshold. We're good to go. Okay. So the Google News. A child who destroyed his phone and reportedly put his cat in the microwave has been banned from Twitch. That was the headline.
Whoa. That is horrific. Whoa.
So apparently this child wanted to like see what would happen if he put his phone in the microwave. So he did, and his phone broke. And so then on stream, he stuffs his cat in the microwave. And the chat's like, no, don't do it. No. And so the kid doesn't do it, but he still got banned from Twitch.
Dude. So he was like planning on it, is what it sounds like.
He was planning on toasting his kitty. That's not a euphemism.
I don't want to think of that euphemism. So go down to the river, toast
the kitty. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Meow.
I was like some little kitty nibble bites. What are those little KFC poppers? The
so
little
gross.
kitty nibbles, little nibble bites.
Those KFC chick popcorn, whatever, that stuff's gross already, but imagine that with like a poor little kitty cat. And be sad.
Oh, yeah. What is this little whisker in my kitty cat popper for? I thought you de-whiskered my kitty cat popper.
You know what quick, like, imagine if KFC tried to like run that, how quickly they would just be burnt to the ground. It'd be so funny.
Oh, that's what they should do. They should have a dog lovers / cat lovers campaign where all the dog lovers can buy kitty cat meat and all the cat lovers can buy dog.
The funny part is some people would do that. They would buy that, and that's the part. It's like, it's funny until it's not, because it's like some people are so crazy. They'd be like, yeah, dogs rule. I eat cats. They're just wolfing down like what are those nasty dollar sandwiches? The
Snackers.
Oh, you remember? I think we talked about this. Remember the KFC thing where it was the 2 meat patties?
The 2 chicken breasts as the bud. Savage.
Dude, that was so gross.
You know what the benefit of eating dog is? You get 4 legs out of it instead of 2. And you only get 2 chicken legs per chicken. This is more economical.
True.
And we have different variety. You go on Great Dane chicken leg, Great Dane dog leg. You want a cut of a poodle back. Maybe you want. Do cats really have species like that? I guess they do. Like not a stinkter cat. What's the one I'm thinking of that? Like a
Maine Coon?
I don't know, Siamese looking thing, or like a Egyptian cat, yeah. or Tom. What's another cat?
Tomcat, yeah.
Naked cats. Is there naked dog breed? If there's a naked dog breed, I don't want to see it.
Naked dog breed is called.
It's called skinless chicken right there.
Skinless chicken. Well, I was gonna say that's how I found out that John Whip wasn't actually a dog.
He's a skinless dog.
Naked
breed.
in my kitchen.
Naked in your kitchen. Oh, what was that song from the 90s? Lying naked on the floor. Da, 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 da.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Not naked on the floor.
This is how I feel. Yeah. Something inside of me. I'm cold and I'm asleep, lying naked on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Used to be on VH1 when it was about music.
Mm-hmm. Now it's about vicinity.
Dude, I used to watch VH1 all the time. Those top 10 pop-up videos. My Jam was on VH1. How Bizarre by OMC.
We gotta do a new cover of that. That's a
Brother
good song.
Baylor's in the back. Sweet Zena's in the front. Cruising down the freeway in the hot, hot sun. Suddenly, red blue lights flashes from behind. Loud voice booming, please step out onto the line. Billy preach words comfort. Zena just hides her eyes. Policeman taps his shades as at a Chevy 69. How bizarre.
Every time I look on.
It's in my face.
In my
It's in my face. Kitty toasting my kitty. It's in my face.
Yeah. Carol Baskin won't let me toast my kitty.
Oh, the Tiger Gang's back. Oh.
No. The episode ends like this. Are we, I see we're well over an hour. Should we toss some wisdom that
Let's
way?
chuck some D's on it.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
I don't know. There's a Soulja Boy song, I think it is, where
It's like chuck some D's.
where he throws some D's on it. Or I think he gets his report card back and he's like failing all his classes, and part of the line is like, throw some D's on it. Like, it just,
I don't know how he made. Funny story of Soulja Boy. I had a friend back in the day who, it was kind of like friend of a friend. The friend of my friend, anyways, was working at a bank in California, and Soulja Boy Tellum came in with like a posse to like withdraw some money. And the person was like, they're able to see their bank account, and I guess he has significantly less money than he flaunts.
oh, I feel like most of them do.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. Yeah, it was something where they were like, "Oh yeah, this dude does not have a lot of money."
Well, I heard something like, it was on a comedy podcast, so who knows if it's legit, but you'll make more selling like 10,000 copies of your own album, distributing it yourself, versus selling like 1 million copies with an agency or something. Everyone's like, do it yourself. Do it yourself.
It's pretty much nowadays, if I had any advice for any musician, I would say never, unless you want that, which it's still never good. I would never go with any sort of label, maybe then other than like a small, something that's looking out for you. But any big labels, I was watching a podcast, it had the Black Keys on it, and they were describing just these big labels, they do just some really messed up stuff to artists, and you don't get anything back.
I know, it's like,
pretty
what,
crazy.
you do all this stuff and sell all this merch, and it's like, oh, that was all you're paying back the cost of promotion, so give us all this money back. Here's your per diem, go get some Big Macs. That's all you get.
Yeah, that's all you get, boy. We had when we started as a band, we got approached by this air quotes, this record label, and this is when we did our first album, and it was it was kind of cool because we were a young band. They were like, oh, these guys or whatever, but they were like, okay, so because they were the label that was in-house at the studio we recorded at, and the studio itself was legitimate. So at the time they're like, yeah, we want to sign you guys to our label, and they're like, okay. So they were like, it was just me and my friends, at Still Region, and I think Evan at the time was 16, I was 18 or 19, and they pulled out all this stuff. They're like, okay, so here's how it works. We do this, and this, and you pay us $10,000, and once we'll use the $10,000 for stuff for you guys, and then we'll get you famous.
That's it.
So
that's how it works.
And that was my first ever experience with, pretty much first and only, because I just think
you go on Fiverr,
snakes,
you buy all those views, boom, you're famous. That's pretty much what they're probably doing.
Yeah.
They're just going on Fiverr.
Yeah. Yeah, God, Fiverr's such trash. I like some stuff on there. Using Fiverr, I was able to find some like cool stuff, but for the most part, 99.9% of it is complete.
Because I feel like all the samples
juice
and stuff, they're like, look what we made with all these customers. It's like, and then you get something that they make, it's like half as good as what was up there. It's like,
Yep.
Well, interesting. But
Exactly. So that's my power packed wisdom is a couple things. Don't cut corners with your music. Don't do most things on Fiverr. Don't try to be on a record label. Just do it yourself. That's what me and the John Whiff boy are doing, and it's been, yeah.
Did I tell you we got approached by a label? It was like the same kind of deal like you're describing, where they're like, "Oh yeah, you make an album with us, and we own the rights to your music." And we're like, it was like they sent us a contract, and they're like, "Look over this."
Mm-hmm.
And in the contract, it said you cannot have a lawyer review this contract.
Whoa,
and I was like,
that's a
because I was gonna have my uncle does that stuff, and we have like a family friend who used to be a lawyer, so we're like, I was like, well, I could take this to him, see what he thinks. But once I read that, and you don't have the rights to your music, I was like, why not? Just no.
That's sketchy. Yeah, I don't know if you told me that. I mean, I'm not surprised you guys were really good rock and roll music.
It was just a scam. They were scamming us. Scam.
Well, it's a shame because you boys are very talented.
You're talented, boy.
If I had actually, that's like one of my goals eventually. I want to start my own like little record label, but just basically to make myself more legitimate and like release my own music, but not like to like make 16-year-olds pay me $10,000.
Yeah, you give me $10,000, kid, I'll make you a star. Have you ever heard of Post Malone? I'll make you the Post Malone of your generation, eh? Yeah, I turned Australian, mate. We're gonna take your tracks to the outback, give them a little facelift makeover, bring them back to the real world. You're gonna have some banana cream pie in your hands. Yeah, I'm gonna toast that kitty, 7-string it up.
Yeah. Dude,
speaking of outback, I was looking at the outback, just doing some research. Here's my wisdom: don't go to the outback.
let me hear this. So your power packed wisdom. Why not go?
Here's why you don't go to the outback. Apparently, you can pretty much die in like 2 days just because of dehydration. It gets so hot.
Whoa.
So, and they're like, it's better to not sip your water and prolong it. It's better to just chug it, get it in your system, so you have a clear head of how you can get more water. They're like, if you just sip on it, you're going to go crazy and die. And they've apparently found people dead with like 3/4 full of like water left because they sip on it and they just dehydrate that fast. Second of all, it is so vast and there's so much nothing. There's like warning signs, like if you break down, you might die. Like if your car breaks down, because there's there was one sign where it was like next gas station's like 700 miles. It was something ridiculous.
Whoa.
And I'm like, what?
That's insane.
They have like some of the longest stretches of road with it just like nothing. And I'm like, how do you what? And then apparently there's people that live there. And I'm like, how do you live there? How do you live in the outback?
Yeah.
Crazy goons with all your poisonous snakes.
Well, that's another thing too, isn't it? Like, so all that stuff alone sounds horrifying. And then on top of that, there's so many animals and creatures and bugs and stuff that could kill you, right?
Yeah. So it's like most everyone like lives on the borders next to the ocean. And then I think like 90% is the outback and people don't go there. So it's just crazy.
That's what it seems like.
So don't go to the outback.
That's good power packed wisdom. I mean, it's very practical. And I, at one point, when I was doing like early on college schooling, they had a program at OIT. It's like study abroad. And one of them was in, I think it was in Melbourne. It was in Australia on the coast.
Crikey.
Crikey. And I ended up not doing it, of course, but, it is interesting with there. It's kind of like Kauai in Hawaii, the island, where most of it is like uninhabited.
That the big one? No, that's Maui, right?
It's a little, the Kauai's a little baby one.
boy.
It's, we went there for a honeymoon. It's like mainly, I think it's like 80. I don't know. It's a large percentage of the island is like you can't do anything with it because it's so steep and mountainous. So yeah,
just stay away. Stay away. I think it'd be fun to do play Pokemon Go in the outback and like make a vlog, be like, I'm gonna find the rarest Pokemon out in the outback. You know, what's funny about Pokemon Go is they only spawn in populated areas.
Oh,
so Pokemon they're more prevalent in like cities, which is like ironic part. You would think they would like make it more prevalent, you know, in different areas, but the more populated and like cell phone signal there is, the more people will show up.
No, I can see that. Yeah.
I'll find nothing in the outback, and I'll die for the lulz, essentially.
Die for the lulz.
Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode about what was it? What was this episode about? Life, about bugling. It's an episode that hopefully you learned how to embrace change. How to sweat and collect said sweat to survive in the outback.
Very important.
How to
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.